因为我们后边这好像有采访，然后因为现场可能会有一点点吵。
Hello everyone, welcome to Xinhua News Alive. I'm Xinhua News Agency London correspondent Liang Xizhi. I'm now standing beside the side of the mosque in North London. Last night, midnight, at least 1 person was killed and 10 others were injured after a van driven into some worshippers near here, in which the London police has called a major incident. Now the London police are investigating the cause and the victims. Police said the incident took place near Finsbury Park Mosque in Seven Sisters Road. A van driver who was arrested by police has been taken to hospital and is subject to a mental health assessment. British Prime Minister Theresa May has described it as a terrible incident. She said, "All my thoughts are with those who have been injured, their loved ones, and emergency services on scene." The incident came weeks after 3 Islam radicals rammed a van into pedestrians on London Bridge before rampaging through Borough Market with knives, killing 8 people before being shot dead by police. Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn, who lives nearby, said, "I'm totally shocked at the incident at Finsbury Park tonight. I've been in touch with the mosques, police, and Islington Council regarding the incident. Officers are on scene with other emergency services. There are a number of casualties being worked on at the scene," the Metropolitan Police of London said in a statement. The police said there has been 1 person arrested and the inquiry continues. The Sky TV also reported that at least 10 people were hit by the van, while the Evening Standard newspaper said that rented van swerved over the pavement on Seven Sisters Road shortly after midnight. A man was then said to leap out of the vehicle, and unconfirmed reports said at least 1 of the victims was stabbed. The newspaper said the arrested man is white with black hair. The Muslim Council of Britain said a van intentionally ran over worshippers. Many of the victims of the incident are believed to have just left evening prayers after breaking the Ramadan fast. Meanwhile, the London Ambulance Service said it has sent a number of resources to the scene. One eyewitness who lives in a flat on Seven Sisters Road told the BBC that she saw people shouting and screaming, saying everyone was shouting at once hit people. The Deputy Director of London Ambulance Services, Kevin Bates, said, "We have sent a number of ambulance crews, at once paramedics and the specialist response teams to the scene." He said that the ambulance service are working closely with other members of emergency services at the scene, and their priority is to assess the level and nature of injuries and ensure those in the most need are treated first and taken to hospital. So far, 8 people have been taken to hospital after the terrorist attack near Finsbury Park Mosque. A group of people were helping a man who had collapsed when they were hit by the van just after midnight. The man has died, but it is unclear whether this was as a result of the attack. Meanwhile, according to police, a 48-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder. Police said all victims of the attack, which took place outside a Muslim welfare house, were Muslim. The Metropolitan Police Deputy Assistant Commissioner Neil Basho told media the terrorist attack began when the van was driven into a man who was already being given first aid by the public on the pavement. He said, "Sadly, that man has died. It is too early to say if his death was a result of this attack." Meanwhile, several of those in hospital are seriously injured, and there are currently no other suspects, he said. Earlier, the police also said the arrested man would be subject of a mental health assessment in due course, while extra police are being deployed to reassure communities, especially those observing Ramadan. Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, said. He also said his thoughts and prayers for those affected by the horrific terrorist attack on innocent people. The mayor stressed that while this appears to be an attack on a particular community, like the terrible attacks in Manchester, Westminster, and London Bridge, it is also an assault on all of our shared values of tolerance, freedom, and respect. Forensic officers are examining a white van which has Hurricane 1 high on it. It is a firm in South Wales. The Muslim Council of Britain has said this was the most violent manifestation to date of recent Islamophobic incidents. They said in a statement that the Islam community expects the authority to increase security outside mosques as a matter of urgency. Many of those victims are believed to have just left evening prayers at the Muslim welfare house after breaking the Ramadan fast. The Muslim Council has appealed for calm, adding that all of our efforts should be towards getting justice for the victims and ensuring our community stays the diverse, tolerant, and welcome place we know it to be. The British Prime Minister Theresa May has chaired a meeting of the Emergency Corporate Committee and is due to give a statement. She has already described it as a terrible incident, adding that all my thoughts are with those who have been injured, their loved ones, and the emergency service on the scene. This is the fourth terror attack so far in UK in 4 months, after incidents in Westminster, Manchester, and on London Bridge. The van driver was arrested after being detained by members of the public at the scene following the collision at 12:20 BST. A witness told the BBC how he jumped out of the way as the van it is struck. He said, "He just came into all of us. There was a lot of people. We got told to move straight away." He said, "I was shocked. There were bodies around me."
Can you not fill the details of what we're writing about people? Okay. There's no reason to film that.
Yeah. The Home Secretary Amber Rudd described it as an appalling incident and said new funding for security at religious sites had recently been arranged. The Environment Secretary Michael Gove said the attack was a disgusting and immoral act. He said words fail me that someone could find in their heart to behave in this way. Just now, the Labour leader and Islington North MP Jeremy Corbyn has visited the area. He told the BBC that an attack on a mosque, an attack on a synagogue, an attack on a church is actually an attack on all of us. He believed that they have to protect each other's faith, each other's way of life, and that's what makes us a strong society and community. Mr. Corbyn will attend prayers at Finsbury Park Mosque later on Monday with Islington Council leader Richard Walls. While the community secretary Sajid Javid has also been to this area where he meets residents and community leaders.
他说那后边说您在念稿的时候，就比这些人名字什么的可以不用具体说出来，就直接说一下，是不是？好。
So when you go past Arsenal Station, just need to come and walk up. It looks like something else from the stadium. There's some stairs there.
Now I will update you what we have learned so far about this attack. The incident happened outside the Muslim Welfare House shortly after midnight on Monday morning. Many people on the street have just been taking part in evening prayers after breaking the Ramadan fast. A group of people were helping an elderly worshippers who had fell down in Warsaw Street. This is a short road of Severn Sister Road. That's exactly what the incident took place as they waited for their next set of prayers. It was then that a white van came down the street, mounting the pavement and drove into the people. The police have received a call at about 12:20 midnight. More than 60 medics were sent to the scene, including ambulance crews, advanced paramedics, specialist responses team, and advanced trauma team from London's Heavy Ambulance. A number of the police units arrived at the scene and placed cordons around the area. The British Home Secretary Amber Rudd said the attack was being treated by police as a terrorist incident. As a result, officials from local borough are being supported by armed officers and the Territory Support Group, with the investigation being led by the Counter-Terrorism Command. The police confirmed early on Monday that one person had died following the attack, but that person has not yet been identified. The person who died was the same elderly worshipper people had been giving first aid to before the attack. The police said they would investigate whether the worshipper died as a result of attack or something else, and the force is trying to contact the next of kin. The London Ambulance Service said it treated a further 8 people at the scene, who have now been taken to 3 hospitals in the capital, with some in a serious condition. Paramedics also treated 2 people at the scene who had minor injuries. The police confirmed that all the victims were Muslim. Witnesses reported seeing one man giving CPR to a victim in the street, while another man's head injury was treated with a makeshift dressing. Well, the place that we are filming is not far away from the mosque. But the police has cordoned off these areas and evacuate all the residents live inside to begin the whole investigation. So far, we don't have the chance to take a close look at the mosque. This place is the nearest place that we can get from the place that the incident took place last night. The police has said the attacker of the incident is a 48-year-old man. He was the driver of the van and has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder. He was first detained by members of the public as they waited for police to arrive on scene. The police said he has been taken to a hospital as a precaution, but will be taken into custody once he is discharged. Some witnesses believe there was more than one person involved in this attack, but a statement from police said there were no other suspects. Forensic officials are now examining the white van, which has Hodgkin Van Hire written on it. It is a firm in Wales. After the attack was happened, British Prime Minister Theresa May has described it as a terrible incident. She said, "All my thoughts are with those who have been injured, their loved ones, and emergency service on scene." The Labour leader and local MP Jeremy Corbyn said on Twitter that he was totally shocked by the event. He said, "I've been in touch with mosques, police, and Islington Council regarding to the incident. My thoughts are with those and the community affected by this awful event." The Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, promised additional policing to reassure communities, especially those observing Ramadan. He has also asked people to remain calm and vigilant. He said, "We don't yet know the full details, but this was clearly a deliberate attack on innocent Londoners, many of whom were finishing prayers during the holy month of Ramadan," he said. While this appears to be an attack on a particular community, like terrible attacks in Manchester, Westminster, and London Bridge, it is also an assault on all our shared values of tolerance, freedom, and respect. The Secretary General of the Muslim Council of Britain, Harun Khan, tweeted that the van had intentionally run over worshippers and that he was shocked and outraged. In a statement, the MCB added that it was a violent manifestation of Islamophobia and called for extra security around mosques. The Community Secretary Sajid Javid spoke briefly to concerned residents before being led through the police cordon as they visited the scene. He said the attacker will not succeed in his efforts to divide British society. The Jewish Community Council of North London called the attack barbaric and tweeted that members share their thoughts and prayers with our friends and neighbors. Please have asked witnesses of anyone with any information to call them at 101 or contact them by Twitter. According to a latest update from police, one man has killed after the van hits 11 worshippers living in a Muslim welfare center in North London. The Metropolitan Police said 8 people have been taken to hospital after collision at the junction of the Walcott Street and Seven Sisters Road in Finsbury Park. A further 2 people were treated at sea, when police arrested a man who had been held by members of the public and angry members. According to a witness who asked to be called Abdulrahman, which is not his real name, the driver of a van said, "I want to kill Muslim." Another witness, Adirana, 24 years old, she said, "The van was driving towards us to try and basically hit us at speed. When he got arrested, he was taunting, saying, 'I will do it again, I'll do it again.'" Picture of the van indicated it was rented from a company in South Wales, Honking White Hire. The Metropolitan Police Deputy Assistant Commissioner, Neil Basu, has told media that this is being treated as a terrorist attack and the Counter-Terrorism Command is investigating. He said from 0:21 hours this morning, the police received a number of calls to Seven Sisters Road. Officials were in the immediate vicinity as the attack unfolded and responded instantly. Additional officials arrived within 10 minutes. The 48-year-old man suspected of being the van driver was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder. He was taken to hospital as a precaution and will undergo a mental health assessment. The incident happened in Jeremy Corbyn's constituency. The Labour leader has said the response by all 3 emergency services were very timely and very quick. The gentleman who died Spurdy was on the ground and covered respectively by a tent so that forensic examination could take place. The London Ambulance Service said it was called to incident at 12:15 a.m. on Monday morning. They said they have sent over 60 medics to the scene, including ambulance crews, advanced paramedics, and a specialist responses team, and an advanced trauma team from London's Air Ambulance. The incident happens outside Finsbury Park Muslim Welfare House, which is not far from the Finsbury Park Mosque. The chief executive of the Muslim Welfare House, Taufik Kachimi, has said the man who was arrested has to be rescued by the imam at the center to stop him being attacked. Mr. Kachimi said when he did so, the driver said to him, "I've done my bit." The Finsbury Park Mosque said earlier in a statement on its website that this is a callous terrorist attack, which coincided with the murder MP Joe Cox's anniversary. The Muslim Council of Britain's General Secretary Harun Khan has said it appears from eyewitness accounts that the perpetrator was motivated by Islamophobia. He said over the past weeks and months, Muslims have endured many incidents of Islamophobia, and this is the most violent manifestation to date. When asked about the security of a mosque, British Home Secretary Amber Rudd has told British media that we have a place of worship fan, which we will announce last summer. She said we have made available £2.5 million and recently announced who would be getting those additional funds, which included 12 mosques. And actually, I have opened it recently to make sure that any additional place of worship that feel the need can apply for extra security. The Archbishops of Canterbury, the most reverend Justin Welby, said, "The freedom to worship without fear is a right we can cherish as a nation and was won at great human cost over many years." He said the appalling attack on Muslims in Finsbury Park is an attack on us all and on the culture and values of our country. Okay, we'll speak with local people here to ask his opinion about the incident. Could you please stand before our camera? Thank you for accepting our interview. May I have your name?
My name is Ed Roas, R-O-S-S. My name is Ed Roas.
Are you living nearby in this community?
I live about 2 kilometers away, and I have been going to a meeting at an office just here.
So, did you know the incident last night when it happened?
I was not here when it happened, but I heard about it, of course, very quickly afterwards.
So, what's your first reaction after the incident?
I guess it's always shock, especially when it is somewhere that you know well. And I suppose surprise, although one shouldn't be surprised anymore, because I have been near 3 or 4 incidents have happened near me in the past year or so. So it is, almost I should get used to it, but it's an enormous shock to see this in places one knows for, people one has passed this happening.
Do you happen to know any victims or people injured during the incident?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Do you feel your security have been threatened after the incident? Do you feel confident about the security situation here?
I feel, as more of these incidents happen, I feel less confident anywhere in the world. Anywhere that I go in the world, somehow the confidence of going there to try, but not from, I don't feel particularly less confident here than I did.
Because as we know, London have suffered 3 terror attacks this year so far, and also another one happened in Manchester this year. And the United Kingdom has been facing the threat of terrorists this year. So, what's your opinion about it? Do you feel the situation will getting worse or better in the future this year?
I think it is a worldwide situation. In that sense, I spend a great deal of time in Paris, and where I live, maybe 200 meters from where the incidents there were last year. And I feel this is something which it may happen here today, but the whole way the world is developing makes everyone less secure. You cannot predict it. Norway, of all places, had this sort of things. I feel less secure, but not limited to just one place.
So you still have much confidence in the security situation here in London and the UK in future?
No. No.
Okay.
But life must go on.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for accepting our interview.
From which network are you?
We are from China's Xinhua News Agency.
Okay.
We are doing a live broadcast to introduce the latest update of
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we just interviewed a local citizen there. He said that although he did not witness the terror attack last night, but he still feels confident and feels secure because life has to go on. This is the fourth terror attack that London has suffered so far this year, and we hope that the tragedy will end soon. Thank you for watching the Xinhua News Live. We will continue to bring you the latest update of the incident and the cause of, and also the victim and the suspect of this incident later. And please do follow us on our Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube account for the latest update. Thank you for watching. This is Liang Xizhi, correspondent of Xinhua News Agency, reporting from London.